Why intelligent people prefer solitude? For him, intelligent people tend to prefer being alone, not because they reject others or are antisocial, but because solitude offers a unique space for authenticity, deep reflection, and an escape from the superficiality of social life. Schopenhauer believed that a man can only be completely himself while he is alone. For him, solitude is the only state in which we can shed the masks we wear in society, those adaptations we make to please, fit in, or avoid conflict. Intelligent people, according to the philosopher, value this freedom to be authentic above all else. Think about it. In a group, it's common to adjust our words and actions to be accepted. This can be exhausting for someone with an active mind who wants to explore ideas without filters or interruptions. In solitude, these individuals find a safe space to think freely, without the pressure to conform to others' expectations. It's as if solitude were a laboratory where they can test their own hypotheses and delve into their essence without distractions. Another pillar of Schopenhauer's view is his fierce criticism of social life. He saw social interactions, especially banal conversations, like gossip or trivial matters, as a waste of time for brilliant minds. For him, society was a tedious environment, incapable of offering stimuli worthy of an above-average intelligence. He used a powerful metaphor to illustrate this. Society is like a fire at which the wise man warms himself from a distance, not approaching too closely like the fool who, after getting burned, flees into the cold of solitude. Here, Schopenhauer suggests that intelligent people do not completely avoid others, but maintain a strategic distance. They may interact when necessary to meet basic needs for connection, but avoid deep involvement in relationships or dialogues that do not challenge them intellectually. For them, social superficiality is a distraction that steals time and energy that could be used for something more meaningful. Schopenhauer did not see solitude merely as an escape, but as an active opportunity for intellectual growth. He wrote, "The more a man has in himself, the less he needs from others." For him, intelligent people possess a rich inner world, full of thoughts, questions, and creativity, which makes them less dependent on external validation or entertainment. For him, intelligent people possess a rich inner world, full of thoughts, questions, and creativity, which makes them less dependent on external validation or entertainment. In solitude, they can reflect on essential questions: existence, human nature, art, or even the mysteries of the universe. Away from social noise, the mind is free to explore complex ideas and achieve a deeper understanding of the world. Imagine solitude as fertile ground. While social life can be a shallow and noisy field, solitude allows intellectual seeds to sprout and flourish without interruption. Why do intelligent people prefer this? Schopenhauer argued that intelligence makes them naturally more selective. While many people seek company to fill a void or avoid boredom, those with deep minds see solitude as a state of freedom and self-development. They do not reject others out of contempt, but carefully choose where to invest their time and energy. This selectivity is not arrogance, but a consequence of recognizing the value of their own reflections. If an interaction does not add something meaningful, be it an intellectual challenge or a genuine connection, it simply isn't worth the effort. For Schopenhauer, this choice reflects strength, not weakness. It's worth noting that this view partly reflects the philosopher's own life. Schopenhauer was a solitary man with few friends and a history of personal disagreements. He lived in isolation, dedicating himself to his writings and reflections. This personal experience may have shaped his philosophy, but it also gives it a practical tone. He didn't just theorize about solitude, he lived it as a path to deep thought. This doesn't mean his view is limited to himself. Many people, even today, feel that social life doesn't always meet their deepest needs, echoing what Schopenhauer described nearly 2 centuries ago. Now bring this to the 21st century. We live in an era of social media, instant messaging, and constant connectivity. For many, this excess of interaction, full of likes, quick comments, and superficial conversations, seems to amplify Schopenhauer's critique of society Intelligent people may see this digital noise as an obstacle to clear thinking and introspection. In this context, solitude becomes a conscious choice. It's not just a rejection of the superficial, but a quest for mental space to create, reflect, and grow. For example, someone might turn off their phone and spend hours reading, writing, or simply thinking, something Schopenhauer would approve of as a noble use of solitude. It's important to clarify. Not all intelligent people avoid the company of others. Some thrive in social environments, using interactions as a source of inspiration or debate. Schopenhauer didn't say that solitude was a universal rule, but that it particularly attracted those who prioritize intellectual depth over external validation. For these individuals, solitude is not a limitation, but a powerful tool for self-development. For Schopenhauer, the preference for solitude among intelligent people is a quest for authenticity, an escape from superficiality, and a path to deep reflections. They don't need constant approval from others because their inner world is already rich and sufficient. Far from being a sign of weakness or isolation, this choice is, for him, a demonstration of intellectual strength, the courage to be self-sufficient and to seek to be completely themselves. So, if you know someone brilliant who prefers the silence of their own company, don't think of it as strange. Perhaps that person is just following Schopenhauer's advice, finding in solitude the space to flourish intellectually.